It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features Josh Jacobs. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Raiders and...
And off we go from Las Vegas. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They're sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to be fighting.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. shot. Franklin Myers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The last run went so well for them. Maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on him and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He hits Adams complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. They got 29 yards that time.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Throwing on first down, O'Connell. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Raiders at 11 and 2 now. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Dancing away at the 35. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively. 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming up from last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
O'Connell on 1st and 10.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list.
And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And the pressure gets to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. It's taken to the 26. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Good defensive call right there, because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's O'Connell.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Throwing, O'Connell.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half with the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So on fourth down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. From the gun, it's Wilson. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Wilson's going to hold on to it.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing is Wilson.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Cook following the penalty. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Dalvin Cook. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Dalvin Cook. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that trims the lead down to 9. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Got a man, it's Mayer. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now a 2nd and 2. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I know all players are taught from drive to drive, from series to series. Let that go, right? Only focus on the now. But when that ball was tipped in the air, there's no way they weren't thinking about the interception that was thrown on the previous drive. Could this turn into a second one? And if it did, that could really change the way this game was going.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before break. O'Connell, he's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin our tour up north, Atlanta, paying a visit to Minnesota. And it's the Vikings who are out in front. Alexander Madison with a touchdown run. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Derrick Henry, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Saquon Barkley, a touchdown run in that first half. We just watched a solid first half from the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well. Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Now, the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Wilson. And Cook has it left side. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. From the shotgun, Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Getting the ball is Cook running left. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Cook on the toss left. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
104 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing. And the Raiders have got him. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll return it from the 6. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And O'Connell now to throw.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They go with Jacobs, and he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
To throw here, O'Connell.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Now he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive.
O'Connell looking to throw on 1st. The pass taken in by Mayer.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Back to throw, O'Connell. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Now O'Connell.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Third and long, O'Connell now.
And it's complete to Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On the handoff, this is Jacobs.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's O'Connell. He hits Adams, complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's O'Connell. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Jacobs again. Oh, no, lost the football. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up.
Touchdown, Raiders! Josh Jacobs with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using this.
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way has made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. O'Connell, slant to Adams. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Looking to throw. O'Connell. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. That one looks like he'll throw here.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Now it's O'Connell.
His pass caught at the 4. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
They'll go for it. O'Connell.
Touchdown Raiders.
Jacoby Myers from 3 yards out. And the Raiders stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
That is caught. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Garrett Wilson.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Garrett Wilson.
81 yards.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, it would likely put an end to this thing.
Off the play fake, here's O'Connell. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Running it with Jacobs. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
The offense for the Jets ready to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Fan. Look at the big man rumble. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Noah Fant, 75 yards. And the Jets get a bit closer. Sly on for the extra point.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And wait a minute, did the Jets get it? They did. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Here comes second down.
Wilson to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now Wilson. And the Raiders have got him. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One last shot for Wilson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
So it's a win here for the Raiders, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, you had to like what you saw. He was on point the whole game. Wound up going over 300 yards with 3 touchdown passes. That will definitely get the job done.
So for the Raiders, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles